What's going on? Born for Sports. Salute to New York Giant Nation. And it is not going to be a happy recap today. We are back this season, and we're ready to rock and talk some Giant football. About today's game, it was not pretty. Um, and we're gonna just let it be all know how we feel about it. I got my guy Jose. Salute to everybody out there in Giant Nation for tapping in. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button to Born for Sports. Got my guy Jose, my bro, my fellow Section 330 crew bro as well. What's going on, brother?
Was good. Today was just, it was brutal.
Ugly, no doubt about it. Ugly. And I think the problem with today's game is you go from last year's debacle of a season, okay? You made the necessary changes that you feel to the roster is improved, in which I think the talent is much improved. And let me just say this right now. What we're going to talk about today is going to be the real unfiltered truth. But we're not giving up on the season, folks. It's one game, but it was a real ugly game. And I think the problem with today's game, it felt like last year. It felt like last year on offense all over again. That's a problem. We can't keep blaming Daniel Jones. We can't keep blaming, things like that out there anymore. We have who we have. The talent is better. Why is it that we look this way? We are going to get into it. That is the problem with today's game. And the Giants lose today. They lose to the Commanders 21-6. The Giants defense, I felt, competed in this game. They had some issues as well. They have to iron out. That I go back to why it felt like last year again. But they competed. They were out there battling, and they kept us in this game. And this offense did not do anything to deserve to even be in this game, bro. How you feel, man?
Same old issue. New year, same thing. This offensive line still hasn't improved. I get it. No Andrew Thomas. But, it seems like every time that Russell Wilson dropped back, there was a defender in his face.
Disgusting.
It was hurried. I was looking at the stats. He was pressured 12 times in this game. He was pressured.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
He was hurried about 5, and he was sacked about 3. Still the same thing. We could blame head coach. We could blame this until they really invest in coaching, better coaching for the offensive line. Nothing's going to change. As far as
I don't think it's the offensive line coaching, though. To be honest with you, bro, I think what it is the talent just isn't good. The interior line is soft.
It is,
bro. Let me just put it out there, my unfiltered truth, bro. Since we open it up with this O-line, okay, we would not have been any better with Dart. So for all the people out there like, hey, bench Russ, this is all Russ. Watch the games, folks, because our O-line was soft. It was soft. They were getting straight. Don't tell me that Commander defensive line is that good. Don't tell me that. I'm sorry. They're not that good. They're all right. But they're not like that. Our offensive line, interior, especially our interior offensive line, did not compete. And why I say don't tell me about that Commander D-line, I saw a lot of that on social media during the game. People like, oh, man, and Brady waxing poetic. Oh, man, this D-line and watch this so much great. And this, no. This offensive line is showing the same problems they show whenever Andrew Thomas is not healthy. They fall to shit. This interior is not good. JMS at point of attack, soft.
Nope.
He's done nothing since he's gotten here but get pushed back. And I tried to give him a pass too because last year he was playing with injuries, okay, before they shut Runyon down. But let's be honest, that signing has not been good so far. The returns have not been good, okay? Van Rowan has been all right, but we know on a good team, he's not really a starter. He's more of a depth piece, okay? Hudson, I wasn't even expecting a lot from the guy. I wasn't. I want to start Membo. And he ain't do no favors. He ain't doing no favors for us. Okay? this offensive line talent's got to be better. And I want next week, I want to see Brian Dable. If Andrew Thomas is not playing next week, which I don't think he will.
I don't think he is either.
I need a shakeup in there. I need something moved around. I need a shakeup. I'm tired of this. Like, it was crazy, Jose, how much we were getting pushed back on offense. Russ didn't have a shot today.
Runyon was just it's just like, I'm just gonna invent a new word here, vomit like. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It made me want to vomit how he played, and he was getting beat. He was getting beat time in and time out.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name? Illuminor had his moments, but he played okay.
He was probably our best offensive lineman today.
Yep.
And that's not saying much because he made a couple of pre-snap penalties, and he wasn't great either, bro.
Exactly.
Honestly, let's hit the chat real quick. Let me get to the chat. See the chat buzzing real quick. Chris Young,
Class. Class. What up, baby?
What's up, Classy? I am sad because Daniel Ball. Listen, I know the timing doesn't look good. That's not going to be a good thing for this week to hear. Yeah. I'm not getting crazy over Daniel Jones. We know what it is. And that Dolphins team, and listen, give Daniel Jones credit. He played well today from what I've heard. But let me just say this, okay? That team they're playing, I would not be surprised if that coach is out of there by week 4.
Yes.
That team looks like they don't even are interested in trying to win games out there. Seriously.
No,
we've been hearing whispers out there, something in the locker room towards the coach and the front office. Tyreek Hill wants a trade. It's looking bad out there.
Mike McDaniel is going to be out of a job.
Yeah, but, give Daniel Jones credit. He played well today from what I heard, so salute to that. But the timing of the way we played combined with that makes the Giants look worse today for at least a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even worried about – to me, Daniel Jones is in the rearview mirror for me. My whole vision is this season for our team, what we got and what the development of Jackson Dart, and if Russ can win some games for us to compete. That's what my head is at, brother. But I do agree – today's not going to be good for us because he looked good today, Daniel Jones.
He did. He really did. I'll give him credit.
Our offensive like shit.
I'll give him credit. I think he threw for 288, 3 touchdowns.
Okay, I'll check the stats in a minute. But listen, he did well. Good for him. We'll see how long that lasts. Tonya checking in. What's up, Tonya? She says we got to protect Russ. No doubt about it. We got to. It was brutal. The guy had no shot today. Especially in the first year. He had no shot. And I'm telling you, I am tired of this offensive line going to Shitsville every time we have an injury or something, especially to Andrew Thomas. Mm-hmm. And this is the concern I had. And I felt like, hey, I don't want to rush Andrew Thomas, and I still feel strongly about that. I don't want to rush him. If he's not ready to play, he's not ready to play. Mm-hmm. But Joe Shane, I got to look at you. Brian Dable, I got to look at you. You brought in Hudson. Hudson don't look that great, man, as a guy that can play for a couple of weeks. I'm looking at our rookie, Mimbo, more now, that he actually looked like he'll compete. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I know we're going to give, Hudson the first opportunity because that's the way the Giants are built. They're always late to the party when they decide that, you know what, maybe we need to switch it up because they paid the money they paid. But Brian Dable, I need you to step in and be a head coach and say, listen, I want my 5 best linemen out there no matter what. Simple, period. Okay, because if we don't do that, this offense and Russell Wilson has no shot. What's going to happen when we play a better defense than we play today? What's going to happen?
We're going to get destroyed. We're going to get destroyed. We go against, the Eagles in a few weeks, and I think it's at the beginning of October, that first Thursday night game in October, and you got to face Jalen Carter. You got to face that offensive front of the Eagles. And if you don't have Andrew Thomas, they're going to get killed.
They're going to get killed. They're going to get killed no matter who they play. If this offensive line point of attack does not get better. Okay, JMS, I'm telling you, I am not happy with him. He is looking like a bust. He's looking like a bust. I'm trying to give the guy a shot, I know what these eyes see. I know what these eyes see, whether they got lenses on or not. He is too soft at point of attack.
He is.
I'm not liking it. He gets pushed back way too much for my liking. I don't see the intensity or the tenacity that I saw from him in college on the pro level. I don't like it. I don't like what I'm seeing. We're gonna might have to shake it up. I mean, if this continues, give me Runyon at center, okay, and we'll move Mimbo in there at tackle and move or something. Something got to give because I'm
get Evan Neal back in there or something. I mean, he played okay at guard, during the preseason.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying that he played great, but I mean, he's better than Runyon at that position.
Yeah.
What's the risk?
I know they're not gonna sit Runyon because of the contract they gave me. So I'm looking at JMS more, bro, because to me, we got better depth at that position to make a move than we do at the guard position. Neal didn't even dress. He was a healthy scratch today.
I know.
They didn't even dress Neal.
That tells you something.
Exactly, my brother. That's exactly what it is.
That tells you something.
It just
how
tells
they
you
feel.
Of what they feel about Neal and what they are seeing in practice and what is going on. And it's a bad thing, bro. Cliff checking in. Salute, Cliff.
What's up,
Salute.
Cliff?
I don't know if your Jets won today, but I did at least see they competed against the Steelers. I think the Steelers might have won, but I don't know.
They won 38-35. The Jets were driving, and fourth down on that last play, Freaky Fields had an open field. He could have ran for a first down on 4th and 3rd, and he ended up trying to pass it to Garrett Wilson, and Wilson got popped.
Hey, listen, they competed at least. They put points up. Shit. That tells you something, and that Steeler defense is good. So, hey, they competed, man. It is what it is. Tanya says, man, only got one penalty in his favor. You mean to tell me Thomas makes or breaks an offense? It's crazy, Tanya. It's just every year with this team. As soon as Andrew Thomas gets hurt, okay, and this is why, I've been saying, and I'm glad. Shout out to my homie Big Dash. By the way, this hat, listen, go to so first of all, subscribe to my man Big Dash.
I gotta get that hat.
To him. Because this is my type of time I'm on this year, Giants versus everybody. But getting back to that, he was one of the first ones that I saw that said what we were all thinking out loud. Okay, the Giants, if Andrew Thomas is going to be hurt all the time, they're going to have to find a way to move on. Because as much as I love Andrew Thomas, the problem is he can't stay on the field. Now, we know coming in, he wasn't going to be available, and we have to take it slow with him right now. But if we have another season where we can't do anything with him on the sideline more than on the field, we're going to have to make a move. And it is clear today, right now, this Giant offensive line cannot function without him there. It's unbelievable. This is why I want Mimbo in there. I need that kid to play. He at least showed me he got a pulse. This Hudson sucks, man. He sucks.
Tanya, I'm going to compare this situation with Andrew Thomas, like Joe Thomas in Cleveland, where the rest of the line and the rest of the offense stunk, but you knew that Joe Thomas was going to pancake somebody at least 3 times a game, and, he was going to keep whoever was the quarterback in Cleveland, the 10,000 quarterbacks that they had upright, or open up holes for whoever the running back was, the 10 million running backs that they had in Cleveland. That was the one consistent, and that's Andrew Thomas. And whatever, like you said, this offense goes down when Thomas goes down. And I don't think he's playing next week in Dallas.
I don't either.
I have no faith in that.
I don't either. I believe it when I see it, and I agree with you. But the only difference with Thomas, with Joe Thomas, like you were talking about, you said Joe Thomas, right?
Yep, Joe Thomas.
Yeah, for Cleveland, he had a streak. He played though. He played. He played games.
He did.
Where he missed the game. Andrew Thomas, the last 2-3 years, cannot stay on the field, and it's unfortunate because the Giants, they have a curse in drafting offensive linemen right now. They are in a cursed situation. Joe Shane's picks in the offensive line have been bad. Now it looks like we might have one in Mimbo, but I need to see more. I need to see him do it now. You know what I'm saying? And I love the kid, and I want to see him play. I want to see him play. I do. And I'd rather sink or swim with him getting a baptism and getting better off it than watching a guy like Hudson getting being mediocre or whatever, and seeing JMS getting rocked back at point of attack every play. It's insane.
It is.
It is. It's insane, bro. It really is, man.
And I'm looking at the red zone stats right now. The Giants 0-2 in the red zone.
Not good.
Not good.
They take 2 field goals. That's it. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. Yes, we are going to
field
talk
goals.
About that.
They actually had one. That field goal that Gano had was also a 55-yarder. But at the end of the game, it's just
you're right. At the end, because we turned it over on downs when we got stopped on 4th and goal. You're right. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like
it's sickening.
That first series, it was just you get to the red zone. You had that nice long drive. You have to score to establish something. You have to get 6.
Yep.
And not only that, you had 1, 2, 3. You had the penalty on 4th down. Then you get a fresh set of downs on the 1.5-yard line. 7 opportunities to score a touchdown. And you mean to tell me that you couldn't even get it to at least like the half-yard line? Come on.
Yeah. And that's classic. That's the O-line. They're not doing their job, getting knocked back, point of attack. And the play calling didn't help either. And I thought Russ made a bad decision, too, on one of those plays we'll get into now. Checking back in the chat, Tanya says, our heart just wasn't in it today. A lot of missed calls, missed tackles, just not a good performance. You know something? I felt like the Giant defense competed at least. You know what I mean?
The Giants defense did compete.
Yeah, they were solid for most of the game, and they were on the field for a lot of the game. And I know the time of possession, mostly in the first half, I'll say, like the first quarter, they were on the field like the entire quarter. Like it was crazy before the Giants actually started to show a pulse and move the ball a little bit. You know, in the second half, going into the 4th quarter, the Giant defense actually held Washington to 53 total yards in the second half to that point until the 4th quarter got away, obviously. But you know, they competed. They could do some things better. We'll get into, but and the run defense continues to be an issue. But I thought the defense did all they could to keep us in this game, considering the fact our offense couldn't move the ball worth a damn. They just kept starting and jogging in place. It was crazy today. Chris also says, don't like our offensive play calling and need better defensive coordinator. Bowen, I got my eye on this mother effer too. I feel like we could have did a whole lot better with his play call in that first half. I thought he played entirely too much read and react zone. Okay,
he did.
He spied Abdul Carter. Now listen, before I continue on my Abdul Carter point, I actually was saying, okay, on my preview video and last night on Big Dash's a live stream that I did want to see some formations of him as a spy, but I want to see at least 80% him rushing. And I thought the first half he was using him mostly as a spy more than a rusher. And I'm like, what are we doing here? I'm like, come on now, we can't do that.
Exactly, we can't do that.
Especially
we cannot do that.
Guys are not getting home. If our 4 guys are getting home, I can stomach it a little bit. But Abdul Carter, you got to use him. He is a weapon. You can't just designate him to a spy. And then in the second half, it seemed like Bowen said, you know what, screw it, let's attack more. Oh, thanks a lot, you know. And then we started getting home and getting more pressure. Shane Bowen, he's better figure this shit out because he's making things a little too hard on this team and on this defense. Too much talent for him to keep saying, let's just lay back and wait. We had to attack. This zone shit is not it, bro. Okay? It's not it, man. We have the horses up front to attack. You got to attack. Something I need to see from him. And if that's the case, then he is not the right fit for this scheme. His scheme, I should say, is not the right fit for the personnel on this team. I'm just sorry. Tanya says you can't judge play calling when Russ had less than 2 seconds to throw the ball. Yeah, he had no time. He had no time to throw the ball.
He had no time, but you know what? It could have been adjustments. In that second half, there could have been adjustments.
Absolutely.
You could have ran some quick slants, some quick outs, to combat that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You saw what you saw in the first half, and it should have been, hey, let's combat it. Let's throw some quick slants. You know what I mean? Let's let's do some jet sweeps. Something to catch the defense off guard. Time
Right.
to open up the playbook so
Right.
that way they won't have time. By the time Russell gets the ball, he gets rid of it. But
Yeah. It's got a
no
guy coming
adjustments
right
were
in his
made.
face.
Kafka did not make adjustments in the first half.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just it wasn't good, man. It wasn't good. And I didn't even see a lot of like max protect, when they were getting home on us, just something to clear it up. It was
Exactly.
crazy in the first half. We put Scatterbo in there, and he was sticking his nose in there and helping out on pass pro, and then we started to move the ball. But I didn't see much of that most of the game. Where was Tracy? Why Tracy couldn't do better with that? I don't understand
Exactly.
that either.
Like why not put Scatterbo?
Yeah, he didn't get a lot of looks, and especially when Tracy didn't do much in this game. We'll talk about that in a moment. Danny checks in. Salute, Danny. What's good, brother?
Danny,
not a good day.
Good,
I know, bro. He says it's simply disgraceful. We did all this offseason preparation just to score 2 field goals to start the season. Fucking horrible. Yeah, man. It was crazy. Like, it was almost like they knew what plays we were going to run on offense. It's like it was almost like they were so much better prepared for what we were going to give out. And the Giants just weren't prepared for what the defense was giving to them. Especially when he had less than 2 seconds to throw the ball. It's unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable.
It's just sad.
Yep.
It's just sad. And, it's just they're not, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of blame to go around on that offensive side of the ball. Defense could have made some adjustments, especially in the first half. But they adjusted well in the first, kept that team in that game. And the offense couldn't do nothing with it.
Right.
But, yeah.
Nightfly 5 checking in. Welcome to the show, Nightfly 5. Salute.
He made it.
Hey, if you're new to the channel, brother, appreciate you hit that subscribe button and keep it locked with us, man. Let's go Giants, baby. He says 0 running game. Yes, 0. And that was one of my keys coming into this game. I said we need to give play action to Russell Wilson. We can't just have a game where he's dropping back 30, 35, 40 times and think we're going to go and make do like that. Not with the way the O-line is constructed and the way this offense is constructed. And listen, the running game didn't do anything. There was no holes to run through. They weren't doing anything particularly like schematically that was just like, wow, this Washington Commander defense really is out scheming Kafka's plays. No, it was man on man. I'm knocking your ass back, and that's exactly what was happening.
I'm looking at the numbers right now. The Giants averaged 3.7 yards per play.
Right.
Washington averaged 6.6.
Yeah. Not good at all. Danny says Scatterbo needs to start over Tracy because Tracy cannot hold on to the ball. Yeah, I saw that was a play again, a critical 3rd down, I believe it was. He had a catch and he couldn't hold on to it after he getting hit. You got to hold on to that, bro. You got to hold on to that ball. Because you know what? Scatterbo numbers, they weren't crazy. He only got 3 carries and it was for minus yardage. But you know what? He competed. He was out there hitting. He caught a couple of passes, made some plays. Listen, his compete level, I thought to me was up here, and Tracy's compete level was here. I don't like that.
Exactly.
I felt like Tracy had a chance to take a step forward going forward on this offense. But hey, man, it looked like he ain't know what was going on. Like he just wasn't out there. He just was getting to the hole, was dancing a little too much. I don't know, but he was too worried about holding on to the ball. I did not see him really attack holes much. Wasn't a lot of holes to attack. However, when he got through, I didn't see that compete fight level, like breaking tackles or nothing like that. I didn't like what I saw from Tracy too much. But I'm not going to put it all on him, Danny, because this offensive line was putrid today. It was putrid. A matter of fact, let's get into the run game real quick. I got the numbers here. Okay. let's see. Yeah, it was a non-factor. Tracy only had 10 carries and 74 yards. Okay, and that's not good. And to be honest, the starting offense was bad. They had 231 total yards as a team. Okay, as a team, and it was terrible in the first. Most of that was in the second half, and 74 yards rushing. And our leading rusher was Russell Wilson.
44 yards on today. 8 carries.
I mean, come on. Like, he had more yards. He had, like, what, 48 yards? Let me check the numbers
44 yards, 8 on 8 carries.
44 yards on 8 carries. He was our leading rusher. I mean, come on. Singletary.
Like that just says something right there.
I mean, come on. Yeah. I mean, come on. That ain't it, man. That ain't it.
Tracy, 2.4 yards per carry, 24 yards. He only had his longest run of the day was 6 yards.
Right.
That's not, no.
That ain't it. And that ain't going to get it done.
That's not going to get it done at all.
Nope, that's not going to get it done at all. We need to be better there, okay? And if the Giants want to play and be a physical football team, they have to do better at that. They have to say, our identity, you want our defense to be the identity. But guess what? You got to give your defense a rest. You got, by controlling the clock, you got to give Russell Wilson play out. Even when Jackson Dart gets his chance eventually, whenever that is, you got to give the kid a shot. You got to be able to put that ball, knock somebody back.
You're gonna shake this kid's confidence if you put him in with the way that line played today. Right.
I am so glad they didn't put him in, because if they would have, it could have been even worse. I mean, Russ was competing out there. He was doing what he could. He was competing, especially in that second half. He did what he could, but it just wasn't there. Tanya says, we have confirmed none of us truly know what a roughing the passer call looks like anymore. LOL. Horrible officiating as well today to add to our horrible performance. Yeah, there was some questionable calls out there. Yeah. There was a play where Slayton is getting his face mask basically almost ripped off.
Oh, yeah, they didn't call it.
Shit.
They didn't call shit. And it's just like roughing the passer. I remember roughing the passer. You damn near had to, rock bottom the quarterback into the ground to get the roughing the passer called. Now, if you breathe on the quarterback near his neck area, then they'll call roughing the passer.
Right. It's a new league now, and it's like it makes it tough on the defenders to play defense and play that way. But you know what? If you're gonna do that, you better call it on both sides evenly. And I just thought, I don't want to blame the refs too much today, because I think this is more about what we didn't do today. Mm-hmm. But there was some questionable calls at the wrong time, man. And I didn't like it. I just felt like there was a lot of suspects going on. On both sides, absolutely.
Both sides, man. It was just horrible.
Horrible, man. Tanya says, just read her comment. Danny says, I should say, the McFadden injury definitely hurt us, and Bobby O is looking like straight garbage. Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, I got 2 things to say about that. First of all, that McFadden injury was big. That was a big letdown. That was a tough one, man. And I hope he's okay, but it didn't look good. It looked like it was just non-contact, because he was just getting blocked. He didn't get hit. He was going for a tackle, and his leg just gave out as he was getting. He was engaged with the offensive blocker. Didn't look good. He had an air cast on his leg, getting carted out. Prayers up to him. All right, listen, I don't know, man. It's not looking good, McFadden.
It's not. I think his season's toast. At least he's going to be put on long-term IR.
Yeah, it probably is, and he's one of our best run defenders. I'm gonna be honest. This Bobby Okereke situation has me really, 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 really stressed, because I don't see the same player I saw under Wink under this scheme, and I'm thinking now he just doesn't fit the scheme, because
he doesn't.
Owen doesn't use him the way Wink used him in his scheme, and it's an eyesore now. And it looks like a lot of times Okereke just doesn't look comfortable out there, man. He's turning Okereke into a coverage linebacker, and that is not.
He's not a coverage guy.
It's not.
When is Bowen's gonna get it? He is not a coverage linebacker. He doesn't look comfortable dropping back. You send him, you put him on the line. Then he will do damage for you. Why doesn't Bowens get it?
It should be that he is at the line of scrimmage, making tackles, shit like that. maybe a tight end every now and then on certain formations. But listen, man, this shit about dropping him into zones and stuff and telling him, hey, you're responsible for your zone area, that's not Bobby Okereke's game. That is not what he did with the Colts. So why are we doing it here? I don't understand this. And again, this goes back to what I said so many times in this offseason and before the season started. Shane Bowen, you need to adjust your scheme to your personnel. Do it until you get the player you want. Hey, if you don't believe in him, just trade the guy now. I mean,
exactly.
Come on. What are we doing out here? What are we doing out here?
Send them to a contender.
Why is it that I can see the top coordinators, when they have their personnel, they say, okay, maybe it's not perfect, but I'm going to adjust stuff to fit what we can do and for the player to be successful. With this guy, Bowen, it doesn't seem like he's capable. Square pegs, round holes with this guy. And
exactly.
So, Danny, I feel you on that. It's getting me mad because he does look bad out there. But I gotta also keep in mind, bro, how much of this is on the scheme of Bowen not adjusting? How much is this? Or is there something going on with Okereke that we don't know about injury-wise or something? Whatever it is, I need to know now because I saw a whole of this last year, and now I'm seeing the same crap again.
It's got to be the scheme.
Last year.
It's got to be the scheme. It's got to be the scheme because if it was an injury, we would have heard about it. It would have came out at the end of last season, but it's not an injury. It's got to be he's not adjusting well to Shane Bowen's scheme. Yeah. It's not. Bowen doesn't know how to use him.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. Night Flash says completely embarrassing product. Yeah, I think the offense was just brutal today, man. I just thought it was brutal. It looked like last year. I mean, it felt like Drew Lock running the offense again, but it's the same old shit. It's just the offensive line just does not open up holes for the running game. And at point of attack, they get manhandled too much. And I'm sorry, Commander fans are going to be happy and they're going to probably come for us. But I'm not believing all of a sudden the Commanders have one of these top defenses that they can play like that on a regular basis. This is more about, they got to prove it to me on over the long haul that that's who they are. Okay, I know what I see. They didn't make great additions in the offseason to improve that. My whole thing is I did not see any improvement at point of attack from this offensive line, and it still is the same as always. And we gotta look at what's out there. We gotta look at what's happening out here, man. We can't keep blaming the quarterback. We can't keep blaming everything. We gotta look at scheme, and we gotta look at if the personnel is adequate enough. And I'm sorry, Hudson isn't. He's not. Okay. And JMS, he's not either. He's not a starting center. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just say it. I'm over it. It's just too much of a sample size for me to keep seeing the same things over and over and over from him and think, you know what? Maybe it's not all his fault. No, it's him. He isn't good. And it's a whiff on Joe Shane's record again with the curse of drafting offensive linemen, bro.
You know what it is? It's just that we thought we got the steal of the draft when we drafted JMS. And JMS.
You were praised for it. Yeah, absolutely.
We thought, okay, well, you know what? We got somebody Big Ten. He's a Big Ten offensive lineman from Minnesota. He was going to be a dog. He looked great in college, and then he comes to the Giants, and
the guy just has he doesn't have heart. I'm sorry. To me, it just looks like he doesn't have any heart, man. He gets pushed back way too much, and he can't hold a block for more than a second. He doesn't get a push. At goal line, every time we're at the goal line, I'm like, oh God, here we go. They're just gonna what they do every week. They just attack him right away and just push him back, and he gets no push at all. It's really ridiculous, and I just can't keep continuing to ignore the issues, man. I just can't. Malik checks in. Salute, Malik. What's good, brother?
What's up, Malik?
He says, just here to show love. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Danny says, it's crazy how we still can't stop the run for shit. That basic football fundamentals. Yeah, man, we still struggling. Yeah, let's talk about the run defense, man. Let's talk about this run defense. again, this defense just not doing their job at point of attack. Okay. The Giant run defense gave up 220 yards rushing. And I know some of it was a big chunk of it in the fourth quarter when they were running the clock out. But that goes to show you when it's mano-a-mano and the other team knows that they got to run that clock out to get a win, and you still can't stop it when you know what's coming, then it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I didn't hear much about Dex today as well. I didn't hear much about him, man.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. Where was Dexter Lawrence all game?
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence. That's not who Dexter Lawrence. Now, some of it, I don't know if some of it is because he's distracted because he's got a kid coming any day now. Reports were saying that, his kid is due any day. His wife's due to give birth any moment. There was even some people speculating whether he was even going to be available to play today, but he did. Oh. But honestly, Dexter Lawrence, he only had three tackles. He didn't have no impact today. No impact.
He had none.
No impact. Now, I know we got doubled a lot, but he didn't have an impact today. So I don't know whether it's because it's his first action because he didn't play the entire preseason, so it might take him a little bit to get going, but not a good sign. And again, McFadden's injury hurt as well for this run defense. But again, 220 yards, man. That's just too much. That's too many yards, too much yards rushing. Now, if you look at the numbers, Jaden Daniels, let's see their rushing yardage total here. So their leading rusher was Krosky Merritt, 10 carries, 82 yards. Okay, that's too much. But their second leading rusher was Jaden Daniels. Again, 11 carries, 68 yards. That's kind of what he does. Mm-hmm. I thought they did a decent enough job to contain him for the most part, but we couldn't stop them when we knew when it was coming. Eckler only had 6 carries. He had 26 yards. You know, Debo had a 19-yard run on an end around. It's just, again, the Giant defense not standing up at point of attack on the run game. It's got to get better. Now, I do think as Dex gets his foot, it'll improve a little more, but it's still a problem, and we got to address it.
7 yards per carry, almost 6.9 yards per carry Washington averaged in this game. 220 yards rushing yards. You know what I mean? Like we're supposed to have the best run stopper in the league, and you're giving up 220 yards on 6.9 yards per carry. That's unacceptable.
Chunk plays too.
Huge chunk plays.
Krosky Merritt had a 42-yard gain at the end of the game to basically ice the game, but he averaged 8 yards a carry. Daniels, he had a 14-yard run doing what he does. Let's see here. McNichols, he only had 4 carries. He had a 13-yard run. Exactly. Debo had a 19-yard run on a sweep, on a wide receiver sweep. It's just
basically just ice the game with that one.
Yeah,
just ended
not
game.
Good. Not good at all. Not good at all. And I just think the Giants have to address this. I mean, it has to get better because if you can't stop the run, all of this talent on defense with the pass rush is going to be wasted because teams are going to know that is our weakness and they're going to attack. They're going to attack it every single time, and it's not going to matter. Then you can't unleash the dogs. You can't unleash them because they know that it's gonna be a long day, man. This is going to be a long day because you can't stop the run. So they got to be better there, man. They got to be better. Nightfly says they better fix this mess or season will be over by Halloween. No doubt about it because the schedule's not going to be – listen, I've been one of the ones talking about the schedule. I'm not afraid of it because I feel strongly that the talent is better. And, we match up better against teams than people think because of our defensive line and because of things like that. And because I'm assuming Russell Wilson as another element to better quarterback play, something we have not had since Eli was here. Mm-hmm. But if your offensive line continues to be ass like this at point of attack, it doesn't matter if you got John Elway back there, Eli, Montana, or Marino, or Michael Vick. You are going to have a long day in a lot of weeks. And the Giants have to fix their point of attack issues that continue to plague this team. Okay? Stopping the run, okay, and running the ball. Protecting the quarterback.
I mean, it seemed like we have no problems getting to the quarterback. We had 3 sacks today. Brian Burns, especially in the first half, was amazing.
Yeah, I thought Burns was
Yeah.
our best defensive player today.
Yeah, he was. He was all over the field. He was all over the backfield. I believe he had like 5 tackles, 2 of them for a loss, with the 2 sacks. And it's just like, come on.
Yeah.
We got to do better.
Yeah. Bobby Will. Salute, Bobby Will. I see he got the eyes out. I see. He's a Washington fan. This is his day. Listen, it's tough for me to say much, man.
You can't say anything at all.
I can't say much, man. I mean, you guys did a good job today, man. And I hate to say it, but our team did not do their part. I think I'm gonna tell you right now, though. I think this is more about what we didn't do today. You were clearly the better team today. I'm not saying that we were the better team or nothing like that. That would be just ridiculous for me to say that. But I do feel like it's things that are fixable, and that we just did not step up to the challenge, and you guys did. And you got it. I can't say much. I hate it. I felt strongly. I feel like that on paper, I think the Giants match up very well against your Commander team. But today was your day, and we didn't play our game. We just were bad. We were bad. Simple as that. And it's got to get better, or it's going to be a long year again. And I'm not. And don't get it twisted, Bobby. I am not giving up on the season, baby. It's only week 1. There's plenty of time to fix these problems, but they better fix it fast. I'll say that bullshit. We do this shit next week, it's going to get even worse. Because, listen, the Commanders didn't play that great either today. You guys left a lot of plays on the field as well. You weren't
exactly. A lot of points on the board.
Yeah, our defense was basically holding it down that second half. Y'all couldn't move the ball much.
Exactly. And you know what? It's just another thing is the Commanders were sloppy with penalties.
Big penalties at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Drop passes, stuff like that. Not converting on certain things. I just think that the New York Giants, they got to play like 10 times better next week, or it might be worse, because the Cowboy offense can score. I actually think they have more weapons and the receiver packages out there than a Washington Commander team. Clearly, it looks like we match up worse with y'all than maybe teams that want to throw the ball, because we can't stop the run, and you guys want to run the ball. So
exactly,
maybe that'll help us out next week. We'll see. We'll see going forward. But Giants got to get better at point of attack area for sure, no doubt about it. Tonya says we got to stop this mentality of saying the whole season is over. It is all a learning curve. We got to change some things up and do better. No doubt. Talk about it, Tanya. Preach to the choir. I might have that comment. This season is not over, folks. Okay,
it's not over.
I know it sucks.
It's not.
It's
sucks.
far from over. Far from over. It sucks because it looked like last year today. But the good news is it's plenty of time to make corrections and get better. And the Giants will have that opportunity. Now it's up to the coaching staff to recognize the issues and to make the corrections. And the most important thing is it's up to the players to say, especially at point of attack, offensive line, D-line, let's go whip that motherfucker across the ball, man.
Exactly.
Stop falling back and taking what they're giving us, man. How about you start being aggressive, Bowen? Attack. Stop with the zone bullshit and laying back and waiting. It drives me nuts, man.
Put 8 in the box. Send them. You know what I mean? Like,
send those boys. Send them.
What I mean? Like, disguise some, run a disguise blitz. When was the last time the Giants ran a disguise blitz? You know what I mean? Have them think we're going to drop back, and then boom, it all comes. And, my thing is that, you know what I mean? Like, I forgot the point I was going to make. But it just goes along with, the season's not over.
No,
but
not at all.
We got Dallas. Then we got Kansas City. Then we got the Chargers. Then we got the Eagles. If we don't win next week, in the words of Yogi Berra, it's going to get late fast.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
It's going to get late early.
And then you're going to start to hear the Jackson Dart stuff. When are we going to put the kid in? If the season gets out of hand, what's the point? Let's see. Blah, blah. Those things are going to happen. But it's up to the players. If you believe in what you're doing and believe in the talent that you possess, go show it, man. Go play with a more spirited effort at point of attack. Go stand up to when someone trying to bully you up front, man. Go do it. Go do it. And I'm especially talking to the offensive line because I'm telling you what, the Giant defensive line, they didn't do a good job at all against the run, but they competed. Nope. They competed out there, man. Okay, they attacked the quarterback when they had chances, and they kept us in the game. The issue was the Giant offensive line did not do anything to help Russell Wilson. They didn't.
No, they did not.
They didn't. And the receivers as well. The receivers, I also thought they dropped too many balls. There was a play, but listen, I love Leak, man. But I got to stop. I need you to make those plays when they're needed. There was a deep pass in the second half that if he catches that ball, okay, and comes down with that, okay, we're in business and we're in the red zone. We had to punt on that series, okay? You got to make those plays, man. You can't be complaining to the sideline about getting more targets, and when we get you the ball, you're dropping the ball. Okay,
exactly. I know got to hang on to the football.
Yeah, of course. I know it wasn't an easy throw, an easy catch to catch, but you know what? Russ gave you a shot, and you got to come down with that ball. You got to come down with it, man. Players make plays, man. And if you want to be that guy, and you are the guy that I believe you are, you got to make that play. Got to. Danny says they should use scatterball more in the red zone. Yeah, they tried, bro. They did try, and he got pushed back. And you know why? Because up front, Scatterball takes the ball, and then Membo, he runs into Membo. I don't know what happened there.
That one play.
Using Membo to crash inside. I would like to see him, be on the edge since he's a tackle. I don't know what what that play was. Obviously, the execution wasn't good. You know what I mean? What do you think about that, Jose?
I think, he was giving it was either Runyon a spell. I think that's what it was, and he ended up he's not used to playing interior, so. Yeah.
I mean, it was a play, and honestly, it didn't look the play looked doomed right off the snap because they got a lot of penetration inside, and I don't think it was anything there. But then again, Scatterball ran into his lineman, so obviously the execution was not good. But I do want to see more carries for Scatterball in that goal line, and especially if Tracy was playing the way he was playing. He wasn't giving us much. Why not? I mean, this is what we saw from him in college. I agree with you, Danny. We got to do that. Give him more touches in the red zone for sure. Okay, because he sparked the offense in that first half. It actually started with him when they finally started getting going in that second quarter. They threw a pass to Scatterball. He broke like three tackles and got some yardage. Was excellent on a pass pro play where he stuck his nose in there and stood up to the in rusher and stonewalled
and just smacked the shit out of him.
Yeah, it was beautiful. So I want to see more of that. I do. I want to see more of that. I definitely do. Night Flight 5 says the Giants played absolutely horrible after this performance. No team respects them. Well, listen, this is a season they have to earn that respect, Night Flight. They got to.
Exactly.
And the only way they're going to do it is going to take it. They can't expect it to be handed to them. And when you have performances like this today, you're not going to get much respect. I do think the defense has respect around the league. I think they are I think they're going to be eventually a force to deal with. But I don't think this Giant offense is getting any respect from anyone around the league.
No, they're not.
Quinn, it was almost like he knew what we were doing. It almost like they had an answer for everything we tried to do, especially in the first three quarters. It was crazy, you know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on there, but it better get better. I say that shit. It better get better.
Yeah.
Tanya says it happens every season. We go quick 3 and out, and by third quarter, our D is exhausted. Yes. Dex probably wishing his wife went into labor. Yeah. I mean, he was a non-factor today, Dex. Honestly, I think there's a chance. I don't want to make excuses for him, but I think there's a chance that, he probably was distracted a little bit with that. And also, I think the preseason, not playing the entire preseason, the rush from last year. Remember, he had a season and an injury last year, too. So, no preseason. There's going to be some rust there, but I do think that probably did play a part. But I'm going to need Dex to get it together. I'm going to need him to get it together. We wish that his wife, has a successful birth. for a healthy
Yep.
child and everything. But I need your Sunday, brother. I need your Sunday. No doubt about it.
Exactly.
No doubt about it. And you made an excellent point, Tanya. Our defense gets exhausted every game because they're on the field for longer than they should.
Yeah.
Because the Giant offense doesn't do enough to sustain drives. I mean, that's a factor. I mean, people can try to ignore that, but that's football 1-on-1. So I'm glad you brought that up. Really do. Danny says Dable needs to start coaching more aggressively and stop coaching scared. No doubt about it. Take shots. Where were the shots downfield? I only saw shots downfield in the second half. I thought we didn't take any shot. Did Jalen Hyatt even play? I didn't even see him.
I didn't see Jalen Hyatt on the field at all.
I didn't see him at all. We didn't take any shots with him.
And we discussed that last week.
Yeah. It was almost like, okay, we'll go to Neighbors, and if not, we'll go to Wandell. Where was the targets for, at least for Slayton? Slayton didn't get any deep passes. He got one pass that I can remember that they threw it to him, and that should have been a pass interference. But he didn't get many targets. They didn't try to feature him. We didn't test this secondary at all. That pisses me off. Why didn't we test this secondary? I just think this Giant defense, this Giant offense, they play, first of all, the offensive line, and I get it to a degree. I do understand a little bit that the offensive line, bad play, kind of spooked probably Dable from fucking being more aggressive. But you can't just say the whole game, I'm going to play keep away, especially when we're trailing. You got to take shots, man. You got to take shots. You got to feed your playmakers, man. You got to live and die with that. You can't just say, hey, listen, I want to make sure, it doesn't get out of hand. We'll do quick 2 steps and just dump bubble screens and let's feature Wandell. I think Wandell got more targets than any receiver on our team. That's not acceptable to me. Let me check the numbers. Let me check them numbers real quick, man. See if I can find the targets, man. Let's see.
Let me see it because I had it up on ESPN.
I saw it earlier. I could have sworn he had more targets, Wandell, but he had 6 catches for 55 yards. He caught a 20-yard pass down the sideline, but it could have just kept his feet in bounds, man. The defender falls down, and if he would have just kept his feet, he could have scored on that play. That was another play he left on the field that pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? Wandell, you gotta keep your feet, man. You gotta keep your feet because that's a touchdown.
And it's just not only that. It's just I'm looking at it optimistically with Wandell. He wouldn't have been targeted at all last year or the year before that. No. I mean, listen, he caught 90-something balls last year, but the yardage is the issue for me. It's just it's no yak. There's nothing downfield with him. So it's like it's almost like a extension of the run game to me. That's not what we drafted him in the second round for. We drafted him to get plays down the field. We drafted him to get racked. We drafted him to be a playmaker, not a safety blanket for our quarterback. That's not exactly.
That's not what we want. So when you see Russ finally gets on the ball downfield and he can't even keep his feet. You know what I mean? The defender fell down. But it just goes to show another example of why Dable needs to be more aggressive. Kafka needs to be more aggressive, man. Calling plays down.
NFL.com.
We really did not test them deep at all today. And that really upsets me. I really don't understand. I totally agree with you on that, Danny. Bobby Will says the Skins had over 400 yards on offense with fat old people, but they were blessed with Christ. Hell to the Redskins. Salute to my guy, Bobby, man, for sure. Listen, salute. Y'all got it, man. I can't even say nothing, man. And yeah, they locked down McLaurin. McLaurin didn't do nothing in this game.
No, McLaurin did not.
But they did a good job of, getting Debo in space. He had a 19-yard end around play. They did what they had to do. That's about how you're going to use Debo. You know what I'm saying? So he has 7 catches, 77 yards. So, it was a solid day. Nothing spectacular, but a solid day. You know what I mean?
Wandale Robinson had 8 targets, and he had 6 catches. Malik Neighbors had 12 targets and only had 5 catches.
Not good. Not good enough. Not good enough. And listen, he's gonna see a bulk of the attention from defenders. So we get that. But I need Leak to make more plays downfield when he gets a chance. That play, he should have caught that ball. That was a deep pass. You got your hands on that ball. I don't care if that rookie got a hand on your arm. You got to make that play, man. You had position. You got your hands on it. You got to finish the play. He didn't do that. He's got to stop doing that, man. You can't complain I got to see him complaining to Dable on the sideline, getting frustrated in the first half, which I get. But when you get your number called, you got to make those plays. Or you
Exactly.
can't. Simple as that. Simple as that. Tanya says, can we please stop writing on players after one game of performance? We got to allow people to make mistakes and learn from them. We are one game into the season. Breathe, y'all. Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
We're not writing anybody off. We're just
chance.
calling out bad performance.
Yeah,
we're just calling it out.
No, she's not talking about us. She's just talking about in general. I know there's people.
Oh yeah, like on social media.
Yeah, social media is going crazy. I haven't even looked. I know.
I don't want to look.
And the problem is too, also at the same time, Tanya, is that we have PTSD. We have PTSD of what we have seen too many years in a row, and with all the changes we made, and it looked the same again. So sooner or later, the common denominator is what? It is the O-line issues and the coaching. Listen, it is what it is. Until it gets better in those positions, especially offensive line, we're going to be stuck in this rut. Now, like you said, it's only one game. No need to get all crazy and write it off. But it has to be said that we got to be better. And they better be better. Because the schedule is not going to let up. Okay? It's not. We got another division game next week. Okay? We can't drop 2 in the division first 2 weeks of the season. We can't do that. Can't do that. Okay? We got to go out there, shake off the rust, make the adjustments, and be better next week. And I think we will do that. I do.
0-8 in the division last year. 0-1 starting off this year. So we're also 9-game losing streak in the division.
What's crazy too, though, bro, is as bad as we were on offense today, we were still in this game.
We were
still in this game. We had a chance. It was a 1-score game in the fourth quarter until it got away because we couldn't finish in the red zone. Red zone issues, man. We got to be better at that, man. Simple as that. Simple as that. Eddie checking in. What's good, Eddie? Shout out to Eddie. By the way, happy birthday. I saw that you celebrated a 30th birthday recently. Shout out to you, man. I hope you enjoyed it, brother. He said Russ is finished. Well, listen,
I wouldn't say
I'm not ready to do that yet, Ed. I'm not ready to do that yet. But I think the inevitable is going to happen sooner or later if this offense doesn't get better over the next couple of weeks because the calls for Jackson Dart are going to come out there. And, honestly, bro, Russ competed in the second half with what he had. Let's be honest, bro. That offensive line was putrid today, bro. They couldn't block anybody, man. It's the same old shit. It's the same old shit. And, it was a struggle. It was a slogfest trying to move the ball, and he did what he could to compete. He did what he could to compete. There was an interception that was
called back
because he got hit throwing the ball on a fourth down, trying to get rid of it because the guy's all over him, coming right up the gut in his face. I mean, who's going to win like that, bro? It's got to get better. It's got to get better up front. And until we do, we are going to have these issues, man, with protecting and moving the ball on offense, man. This Giant offense should be better than what they showed today. And it got to be better. And I do think eventually it can be that, but we need to find out and it's sad that I have to say this, but we need Andrew Thomas to get healthy quick. We do. We do.
Yes, we do.
I don't want to rush him, but for our sake, for this offense's sake, we need Andrew Thomas back because obviously we just saw today PTSD is still there. They can't function without him on that O-line.
No, they can't.
They just can't. It is what it is. Danny says the link. You know what, Danny? I'll send you the link right now if you want to join. I put it in the chat, but I got you right now, brother. Let me send that to you right now, bro. You want to join the show? Let's see. Let me get that link to you. Okay. Let's see here. All right, I sent it to you, brother. I sent it in your messenger. So when you get that, just hit it up, baby. Hit it up. Let me send it to your IG as well, just in case. No, my God, Danny, he got some stuff to say. So yeah, hit that link if you want, brother, if you want to join the show. All right. Chris says, what y'all feel about Neighbor's body language, pouting? He's a competitor, but wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look. I think, listen, I want dogs on my team. I don't mind him, trying to light a fire and everything. But if you're gonna do that, bro, I need you to make plays when you have the opportunity. You can't be dropping balls.
Exactly.
Listen, when you draft dogs on your team, you gotta be prepared when things don't go well, they're gonna bark. So
exactly,
we love him when he's doing it on the field, making plays. We gotta take it when things ain't going well. Just make plays out there, baby. Make plays out there.
That's all you gotta do. Just make some plays. That's all.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, Danny. Danny, salute, baby. What's
good, bro?
What up, fellas? What a day.
Man. It's a tough one today, bro. What you feeling on the game, bro?
Oh man, it's just so much things running through my mind. Like I said before, I mentioned in my comment before, like I'm so upset that we did all this off-season work just to score 2 damn field goals, which really upset me. Like you talked about a lot on the show, the online needs to be fucking better.
That shit is so.
It is horrible, bro. It's like the same shit every year. They can't get it right.
No Andrew Thomas, they go right down.
Yo, come on, man. It's like an ongoing soap opera with us every year. Online this, online that. I'm not gonna blame Russ today. Not like you said, Russ there's some questionable plays, but it's not all on him. It's all on the O-line today. O-line and the play calling was hella suspect too. Some of the play calling was, some of the play calling was hella suspect. So
bro, we didn't challenge them downfield the entire game, bro. The entire game until
why Grandpa Debo killed us today, bro? Grandpa Debo, yo. Not even Scary Terry was killing us. Grandpa Debo.
Let's talk about that. Terry was on lock today. He didn't do nothing. So shout out to Debo. He did a good job. Flott did decent out there too. They did a good job on Terry today. Debo, he made some plays at the right time. He didn't really he killed us at the right time, but he didn't kill us the entire game. He had a decent game. I'll give him respect. He did make some plays, but hey, you got to be better than that, man. Come on now. This guy's a tight end running around slow, and he still made plays on us.
Telling you, and it's like, dude, we can't stop the run for shit at all. Still, we can't even do. Like you brought up the stat before, they rushed for 200. Was it 220?
220 yards on 6.9 yards per carry.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. And that needs to fucking change ASAP. Because next week is another division game.
Mm-hmm.
We can't lose back to back, bro.
Dallas got way more firepower in my
opinion. Dallas got way more firepower. Like we gotta work this week. They gotta do something. Shake things up a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter if they don't have DeMarcus Lawrence. It doesn't matter if they don't have Micah Parsons. You know what I mean? Like, Dallas always finds a way on defense, and it showed in that second half against the Eagles on Thursday night.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But then again, we have to play better. We have to protect. We have to somehow keep Russell Wilson upright, or it's going to be a long day, and that defense will tire out in the second half like it did today.
Yeah, it was they were tired out. They were tired out, bro.
They kept us in the game the entire game with an offense that couldn't even move the fucking ball. It was crazy.
Time of possession was shitty. For sure.
Yeah. And you know something too, Danny, I mentioned too. Despite it getting out of hand with the rushing yards in the second half, there was a point going into the fourth quarter. The defense was still competing, keep us. It was a one-score game. They held Washington to 53 total yards in the second half going into the fourth quarter. So they were out there competing. It's just they got tired, man. I mean, they on the field, we're not scoring. I mean, it's just the same old shit. Let's get to the chat real quick. Sammy Bones checking in. Salute, Sammy. He says if they don't win at least 8 games with this lineup, fire everyone. Even the water boy. Can't score in the fourth.
Clean house.
He says, "Let's go, Giants." I'm still confident. No, I feel that, bro. Sammy. I feel that, bro. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. if they have another season like they had last year, which I don't anticipate will happen, and don't get it twisted, y'all, I'm still confident that this team is going to be a solid team this year. We just got some shit to work out, okay? We just do. Obviously, this is a therapy session stream today because the PTSD has kicked in from the last 2 years. So obviously, we ain't feeling good today, but we ain't giving up. And I do agree. If they have another season like last year, bro, and Dable ain't coming back. I actually think Joe Shane is more safe than Dable, in my opinion.
You think so? I think they're both going to be gone.
You know something? I think they're more safe. I think the out of the two guys who's more safe is Joe Shane because of this. Yeah. John Mara is a very conservative owner who does not like to fire GMs. You know, he likes to give them so much rope.
Leeway.
He's always been that way. He even gave Gettleman how many years? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think he doesn't like to do that. He would rather do the coach first. And I actually think that, in my opinion, that if you're going to bring back these guys this year like they did and let them draft their quarterback, you're stuck with them for at least one more year, in my opinion. Because you don't go say draft your quarterback and then go fire him in the following year. You can't do that. You
can't fire Dable and then have Jackson throw without a coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't do it. So it's almost like system. Now they gotta stick with him almost. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's just a total embarrassment failure worse than last year. You know, and I don't anticipate that happening. But it's got to be better. Simple as that. And it's a lot of time to fix it, but it better get done fast. TP, giant checking in. Salute. Hey. Salute, TP. Yeah, it's sad, bro. We were awful today on offense. It was awful. Defense was the better unit. They should have been better against the run, as we have touched on the show. But, man, this offense, bro, and you know it's killing me at point of attack, bro. I am done with JMS. Get JMS the fuck out of here.
He's become us, my guy.
Hudson the fuck out of here. Give me Membo at left tackle. I don't give a damn.
Right. Yo,
give me Membo at left tackle.
For center. He's too skinny for a center.
Yeah.
He needs to bulk up. He needs to be more chubbier, fatter.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, though. That's a good point.
He's too skinny. He's too skinny for a center.
You know what I think it is more to me that stands out to me about him? He don't got heart. He don't got heart, bro. It's off the snap. He's getting rocked backwards every single time when a defensive lineman comes in and hits him first. Like, he don't got enough heart to just hit back, man. It's just he
played so much better in college.
That's what drives me crazy,
Minnesota,
bro.
Yeah, he was beast in Minnesota, bro.
Bro, he was beasting. He would take guys and pancake. What happened to him?
Big Ten. He was a Big Ten freaking offensive lineman, and the Big Ten spit out great offensive lineman, like it's a factory. And now it's he comes to
he doesn't know how to play the position anymore.
Exactly. No. He totally forgot how to play the position. Come on.
Yeah, it's just like almost like he just concedes, like, man, these guys are just stronger than me. Like, no, dude, some of it is hard. You're the first guy that you're supposed to hit. Once you snap that ball, you're supposed to go push somebody back, man.
Exactly.
And it's too many times he's getting rocked. Every time we got a 4th and inches or at the goal line, I'm literally, dude, I'm like this watching on my TV. Just like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I hope he's about to get pushed back. I already know it. Maybe they need to do a little outside zone or something because plus they got to move someone.
I saw it a few times. On that 4th and 1, I believe, in the second quarter with Russell Wilson. Yeah. You know, he snuck it right up the middle the first time. You know, they called the timeout. The second time, he runs like an off tackle. Like kind of like he snuck it off the tackle and got the first down. I guess he's like, I don't have no confidence in this motherfucker.
Exactly. I'm not feeling it, bro.
I'm hoping Sean O'Hara is getting to it, like at least teach them.
Somebody got to do it.
Yeah.
I feel you, bro. Somebody got to get to him. Also, I'm starting to get done with Runyon too, bro. I'm starting to get done with Runyon too.
Yes,
we pay Runyon to be a quality starting guard, okay? And I see too much mediocrity from him as well.
Yeah.
Last year, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt because he got hurt last year. But before he got here, he was never hurt. He was never hurt in Green Bay. But, of course, now he comes here. He gets banged up last year, right? So I'm like, you know what? He's not a guy that usually gets hurt. He's been a durable player in the past. it was the injuries last year. So I try to give him a pass. I don't like what I saw from him either today. He was getting pushed back too. You know, he was getting pushed back too, out of position. I'm not, no. Like, and he's the one guy we actually paid on the line besides Andrew Thomas a pretty good amount of money. Okay, and he ain't doing his part either. Nah, man, nah. They got to address this, and I want Membo in that offensive line next week. I want him there. JMS is turning into a bust. Not turning, he is a bust. I'm done with him, man. I'm done with him. Evan Neal, he was a healthy scratch. What happened in it? He couldn't even dress.
No.
The curse of the offensive line drafts are still rearing their ugly head, man. D Nice checks in. Salute, D Nice. He says, facts. JMS is not it. No, he is not, bro. He's terrible, bro. He's terrible, man. I mean, I'm getting to the point where, you know what? Let's put Runyon at center. I mean, I'm sorry, not Runyon. Van Roten at center, who has experience doing that. Okay, why not? Let's put him in there. Or I want to see Schlattman in there with the backup in. At least I know he'll try. Like, JMS is not doing it for me, man. I'm really upset about what I'm seeing from him this year. Again, we have to address this in the offseason. I think this has got to be it for him. Mr. Joe Shane, it's time to admit he ain't it, bro.
Exactly. It's about time.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, D, if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for chopping it up with us. Matt checks in with that beautiful New York Giant logo. He says, the only thing on defense is tighten up on the soft zone defense. JMS has to get off this team. Salute to you, Matt. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate you tapping in with us. Yes, the defense must tighten up that zone, man. Too many times I'm seeing this freaking Shane Bowen like, hey, let's just play zone. Let's play zone. Let's see if we could just react to what they're doing. No, use the personnel you have. You have the best freaking defensive line in the division. Attack the fucking quarterback. Why? Yep. I will not know why he is so obsessed with this zone shit. I just can't. I can't do it, man. I don't understand. What do you think about that, Danny?
I mean, it's Shane Bowen's defensive scheme is becoming a question mark right now, a huge question mark. And I said in the comment before, I don't know if he's using Bobby O right, or is Bobby O not just the scheme is not for him anymore. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I don't know. I mean, it needs to be addressed. This defense. I mean, I like what I'm seeing from a Debo. You know what I'm saying? Debo's playing good. Cordell Flott is playing good.
I thought he had a solid game today.
Yeah, Cordell Flott's playing good. But yeah, I mean, it just some of the defense. My main issue with this team is stopping the run. That's my main issue.
Right.
It frustrates me every Sunday since last year.
If we don't, Danny, we can't use the dogs. We can't unleash them.
No, we can't. Right. We really can't.
Yeah, and I get it, and I also get Leak's frustration because I've seen him. You know, he's been pounding on the sideline and all this other stuff. He's our franchise player. He wants to shine out there, but I mean, you got to catch the ball sometimes. I mean, Russ,
you got to make that play.
Throw the ball. Russ did throw the ball to you, brother.
You got to make that play.
You got to reel him in. That's it.
I don't care if the defender had his arm on your wrist. Yeah. You got your hands on that fucking ball. You bring it in. Simple.
Exactly.
You are Malik fucking Neighbors, okay? You're not some random Joe, okay? That guy that you was defending, you was a rookie corner, and he gets his wrist in there, and you can't bring that in. No, bro. You gotta own that ball out there like it's yours because it is. Because we know that's who you are. Don't show me complaining if you're gonna do that. Now, again, I'll go back to what I said earlier. Go ahead, brother.
No, that little altercation he had with Dable did not look good. I don't know if you guys saw it.
It did not.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, we saw it on the broadcast. Something at
the time, I wasn't really annoyed too much about it because I was like, you know what? They were stagnant. Maybe they needed somebody to get angry on that sideline. You know what I'm saying? To wake up somebody like, hey, let's go. Whatever it is, just to, get something going, get the juices
amp it up a little bit.
Yeah. Amp it up a little bit, right?
Exactly. It was the old
But it's a bad look now because in the game when you had a chance to make a play and you didn't make the play, you didn't finish it.
Exactly.
So now, how do you look complaining when you get your chance and you don't come through? Can't do that, bro.
Mhm.
But it's like the old I don't know if you saw the Odell was mic'd up for that game against the Panthers, that infamous game where he had with Josh Norman, where he just basically they were fighting each other all game. Remember one thing that stood out when he was on the sideline. They were getting annihilated at that point, 35-3. We ended up coming back but losing. And he's looking around and he's like, we're losing and y'all don't care.
Right.
You know, it's like those same vibes I got with Neighbors.
Yeah. He's trying to wake up guys and say, hey, let's go, you know. And and I remember in that game when Odell did that, what was the score? We were down
35-3.
35-3, 35-7 or whatever it was. And what happened? They came back and actually tied the game.
Tied the game. Yep.
So
and then, you know.
So, hey, listen, guys. I know I said it early in the show, but when you get a team, when you get a dog on your team, you can't be upset when things don't go right when the dog is going to bark. Okay.
Exactly.
However, when it's time to make a play, you got to make the play. I don't want to hear you barking if you can't make the play when you get your opportunity. So listen, Leak, we know the kind of talent he is. We gotta get better at them drops, man. You can't keep doing that, man. So hopefully this won't be something that will be a regular thing. We're going forward. D Nice checks in and says Shane Bowen is the worst defensive coordinator in the league.
Oh,
man, I tell you, bro,
that's brutal.
I'm not there yet, but bro,
Not there yet either.
I got that scope on him this year. It's not. Listen, I'm not.
It's on him. Microscope is on him, brother. The microscope is on him for sure.
Bro, I don't even got a microscope. I got that, bro. I'm not playing with this dude, bro. Like I don't want to see this. Lay back and wait, and let's play zone, and let's just rush 3 or 4 guys and play coverage and just run to the ball. Let them catch it in front of you. Bullshit.
Right.
I want to attack the quarterback. Our strength and our identity is attacking the quarterback, which means if you're not getting home with 4, you send 6, you send 7. You got the horses. You drafted Abdul Carter, 3rd overall, not to just be a spy the entire game, okay? You drafted him to go get the quarterback and to use as a weapon in multiple ways, not just spy.
Yeah.
In the first half, he just made him a spy for the entire half. And don't get me wrong, I actually said, you know what? I do want to see some formations where we mix it up and do spy Jaden Daniels. Mix it up, though. Not have a big percentage like that. No, that's not why you draft Abdul Carter. You got to know when to use that spy thing. Okay, not all the time. And in the second half, when they started to actually say, when Bowen said, you know something, guys, maybe I need to send more guys this time. Maybe we need to just attack the quarterback. All of a sudden now we're making plays, we're disrupting, and we holding them 53 total yards until the 4th quarter in the second half.
And then when
Shane, maybe you might want to do that a little earlier next week. Just saying. Unbelievable, bro.
Yeah, I mean, using Abdul, I was looking for Abdul Carter like the whole game. I'm like, where is he? Where is this guy at? Like, I was not looking. I was looking for him. They put him on special teams, which I understand it, but he's not. He wasn't drafted to be on special teams.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, I get that little block he had on special teams. I get it was good, but he's not. He wasn't drafted.
It was a big play too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree, bro. I agree. That's not what we want him doing anyway. But I do appreciate that he made do and made effort and still made a play. But that just goes to show you the kind of talent Abdul Carter is. He is a weapon. You have to use him as such. You can't neutralize the weapon and leave him in the chamber. You can't do that. You gotta use him as much possible on the defensive side of the ball. Okay, not do a spy for a half. That's ridiculous to me. Okay, we got to be better than that, y'all. We got to be better. And look, he made a play when they were rushing in the second half. He combined with Tibbs on a sack.
On a sack,
yeah. I remember that one, yeah.
Yeah, so listen, he gets pressure, but it's time to say enough is enough, unleash the dogs. That's what we need to do. Matt says, I'm not feeling Shane Bowen either, neither am I. And he says, where was Dex at? Bro, I touched on this a little while ago. I agree. I think it's a combination of a couple of things. I think number one, Dex coming back from injury, had no preseason, so there was an obvious rust out there. He was actually my matchup to watch today. Going into this game, I said I wanted to see him attack. He was going to be the biggest factor for us. He wasn't a factor today. And now there's been reports talked about that maybe his wife was due any day to give birth. Yeah. Maybe he was distracted by that. I don't know. I'm trying to give the great Dexter Lawrence the benefit of the doubt.
I'll give him a pass this year. I'll give him a pass today.
Yeah. And obviously, the rust is a factor. He didn't play the entire preseason.
Right, yeah.
So, and he's coming off an injury of recovery. So, there was going to be an element of rust today, but he was a non-factor today. Next week, though, I expect to see the great Dexter Lawrence be out there and doing what he do.
Disrupting, up the middle.
I have a question for you fellas. Do you think we're going to be better against Dallas because they're not a running team?
That might be a good question. I think so. I
do. Go ahead, Jose.
You might be onto something because you know what? They're not a running team at all. But then again, you know what? Film don't lie. And I wouldn't put it past the Dallas coaching staff. I wouldn't put it past them to, Shanahan to whatchamacallit, to you know what I mean? Like unleash the running game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree, Danny. I do agree with you there. I do actually think that schematically, I think we're probably better off dealing with Dallas's offense right now until we fix these leaks on the run defense. Yeah. Because the run defense the run offense on Washington is run heavy. It's RPO action. It's also containing Jaden Daniels. Dak is not there to do that. He's just sitting in that pocket. He's going to want to throw the ball down the field. Our job is we have to disrupt him next week and make it tough and pressure him. We actually match up better in that part of it, but they also do have more weapons on offense as well than Washington.
Exactly.
So, the Giant secondary is going to have to be ready to go, and on the defensive line is going to have to be ready to hit. And I expect them to be better against the run, just off the simple fact that they're not really a run-heavy offense, Dallas. But they can't get sleep on it and give up a big play like that at the wrong time. So we got to be better next week. No, baby steps, man. If we could at least
Javonte Williams
next week against the run, I'll take it.
Javonte Williams can run, so we got to watch out for him.
Yeah, he's a solid running back. They got Miles Sanders. He had a big play against the Eagles. So it's not like they don't have capable running backs. They're just schematically they aren't a running team.
They like to pass more.
Yeah, they're a downfield team.
But you know what?
Offense. Yeah.
It's up to Bowen to make the adjustments. It's up to him to prove that, that he, he's worthy of keeping his job, because if we get the doors blown off of us by Dallas and Dallas has any more than like 80 rushing yards, you got to look into freaking just like let's go in another freaking direction for
clean house
coordinator.
Dallas has a better offensive line too than Washington, in my opinion too.
Yeah.
They have to be able to win at point of attack.
The online coaches has to be in questioning.
Yeah.
He has to be questioned too. So I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot going on this week.
Bro, honestly, our all-line coach, I don't have a problem with him. I think it's the talent, bro. I just think the talent just isn't good enough, man. Brissoli is doing everything he could. What he's got. Look at how many first-round pick busts he inherited when he got here. You know what I mean? You got Evan Neal bust, JMS bust, Azulu bust.
I don't know how he's on the team. I really don't. Bro,
he's just taking up a roster spot at this point.
I don't understand that at all. How he's
Andrew Thomas hasn't been healthy in these first 2 years he's been here. So it's like he's doing what he can with what he got. You know what I'm saying? I just think the talent has to be improved there, man. It just isn't good enough. And until JMS, either for some like a miracle happens and he becomes a man and decides he wants to hit somebody, you know what I'm saying, and knock the guy back on the NFL level instead of just college. These are the issues we're going to have. If Runyon would decide, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to play the way I did in Green Bay that got me this contract, then maybe we got something. But until that, and Andrew Thomas gets on the field, until that happens, bro, it is what it is.
And
You know
Hudson,
what I mean? Just
Hudson,
my opinion, you know. But
Hudson
listen,
was horrible tonight.
Hudson, that's another one.
Yep. He stinks. Give me Membo right now. Right now.
He
Give
should
me
start
Membo.
in Dallas. He should start the Dallas game.
Put him at left tackle. I'm really sick of swim with a
Exactly.
rookie there. I'm willing.
Yeah.
I'm willing. Parsons ain't there no more.
The
Let's
dice.
go. Let's go.
I know this. I'm just going to just say something. I know we're not going to be at that first home game on Sunday night against the Chiefs,
Mhm.
but if I don't, I could see it right now, whether we win in Dallas or not. It's going to be fucking half filled with fucking Swifties expecting to see fucking Taylor in the luxury box.
Yeah, yeah, we already know where this is. And, you know, the
Yeah.
NFL wants that. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's all right, man. We just got to concentrate on winning one game at a time. Dallas is up. We got to get them next week.
Yeah.
Xavier Sharp checks in. Salute, Xavier Sharp. Welcome to the show. He says a fucking putrid performance by the New York Giants. Yes, it was. And he says realistic record in 2025 for the New York Giants, 4-13.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm not going that far, brother.
He's
Salute
not
to
just
you.
yet.
Thanks for chopping it up with us. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Appreciate you. Listen, based on the performance today, we got PTSD today. So I'm not gonna tell any fan to not feel the way they feel right now after what we had to watch the last 2 years, especially last year. But I will say this, Xavier, it's a lot of season left, bro. It's a lot of season left. Let's see how it goes, bro. I'm not ready to go there. I think this team is going to be a lot better eventually. Obviously, it's more of a work in progress than we previously thought it would be. Let's see what happens next week, one game at a time, bro. If we're 4-13, well, that's going to be a different conversation when it needs to be, bro. The Giant Way checks in with salute. What's up, Dave? He said JMS has to go. And Membo should have started second half. I agree, bro. I agree. He should have. And I'm all in on Membo. I think he is the future of this offensive line. Hudson is a ball. I'm sorry.
Now to neutralize Dallas defense, what's the offensive line you're starting next week?
Ooh.
I would trying to hear you.
To neutralize that front. That Dallas front, what's the offensive line you would start next week?
I would start, first of all, I would start Membo at left tackle. Obviously, you're going to start Runyon because of his contract. You got to give him more time. So Runyon at left guard. I would also start not JMS, Runyon at right. I'm moving him from right guard to center. That's what I'm doing. Okay. I'm moving him to center.
What about Van
JMS the fuck out of here, bro. Seriously, I'm getting him out. Right guard is interesting.
An interesting one too, yeah.
That's an interesting situation because I don't want to move Illumino. I want to keep him there.
I like him there.
I like him there. It's a good spot for him.
Yeah. Maybe we give another guy a shot.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't want to do that. Obviously, Neal being a healthy scratch hurts that situation as well. Because I would also say, you know what, let's give Neal a shot at guard and see if he can be better there. But if he's getting healthy scratches, then that means something is not looking good.
Trust him at all.
So I honestly probably would just, say, you know what, F it, man. Put Neal at right guard. You know what, I'm doing it. Put Neal at right guard next week, okay? Put him at right guard next week. You got him next to Illuminor to protect him there. You put Van Roten at center, and then you got Runyon.
He has experience.
Let's go. I'm doing it. That's what I'm doing.
Let's roll with that. Yeah.
I mean, can we get any worse than what we're doing now? Why not?
Exactly. Just try it out. You know what I mean? Like, especially because, all right, he's going to go with the same offensive line that he did, this week against Dallas. I got that feeling. What should happen is the second half, you're getting your ass kicked. Time to make an adjustment. Van Roten at center. Move, put Evan Neal in there. Have him dress. You know what I mean? Get Membo in there. Just what's the risk at this point?
Yeah. Let's see what happens. I mean, you never know, man. At least we might be actually better at running the ball next week because of that lineup. I am so done Dave, I'm so done with JMS. I don't even want to see him no more. I don't want to see him no more. I don't want to see Hudson no more. I just think we're at the point where we just have to accept and take the L and say, hey, these guys ain't it, man. These guys ain't it. I don't care. I'm willing to do that. He said, Dave says Bowen has to go. Kafka need to pull his head out of his ass. And we need to stop this obsession with Wandell on third down. Yeah, I agree. I felt like we were going to Wandell way too much today. Can I get some Jalen Hyatt? Can I get Slayton? Does Slayton to get more than one or two?
Where's Theo Johnson?
Theo Johnson, yeah.
He
had a drop in the game, but he didn't get enough targets, in my opinion, as well. I agree with you on that, Jose. I mean, Slayton, we paid him a contract for him to get 2-3 targets, but we want to feed Wandell crazy and like, what are we doing out here? What are we doing?
Yeah.
He said the Giant Way says Neil. Yeah, he's agreeing with us on Neil. We have to have a run game. Yeah, I agree because if we don't have a run game,
start Scatterboo, start him. That's it.
I'm willing to start Scatterboo if we have to. You know what? I'll give Tracy one more week with a shuffled offensive line. How about that? Let's reshuffle the line and let's give Tracy another shot next week, along with more carries to Scatterboo. In the sense of, I want more of an even split. You know what I mean? I want more of an even split between the two guys. Fantasy football be damned. I want an even split more. I want to see more from Cam Scatterbo and
and Tyrone Tracy.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I'm with that. I'm with that.
Thunder and lightning.
Theo needs hand surgery. He got hurt today? Did that just happen? Those news just happened, Dave? Theo needs hand surgery. Yo, this guy can't. If that's true, bro, this guy can't.
I think he's just referring to one play where he dropped it.
Are you saying because he needs better hands to catch? Please don't scare me like that, Dave. Please don't scare me like that, Dave. With the last comment of the night as we wrap this show up tonight, Matt says, what's the realistic timeline for Dart to start? Because it's going to start getting crazy.
Week 8? You think week 8?
Week 8. Week 8 or week 9?
I don't even want to see him at all, bro. I don't
want to see him at all either. I don't, because it means
they were planning a package for him today. That was all bullshit.
Yeah. I don't want to see him at all because I want him to
not with this old line. Not with this old line. They'll kill him.
No, not with this line. No, exactly. I definitely don't want to see him until Andrew Thomas
fucking coma. God forbid. You know.
I definitely don't want to see him on the field until I see Andrew Thomas on the field. We're gonna get that kid killed. Okay, so that's a no for me. Honestly, in my opinion, I don't want to see Dart as long as possible because it means the Giants are having a good year, and I want to give Russ a shot. But if the season gets out of hand, I do understand that eventually you're gonna play your first round pick. It's gonna happen. So it is up to Russell Wilson. It is up to this New York Giant team to win games to keep the kid on the bench. Because if it gets out of hand, we're gonna see him. We're gonna see him, because he's obviously has Dable on good graces. Dable loves him. There's so many leaks now coming out about how they trust the kid. They feel that he's more further ahead in the game than they previously thought he would be when they drafted him. So, hey, it's up to Russ and his team to win games to keep him on the bench. And if they don't, then we're gonna see him. So, but I don't want to see him until Andrew Thomas is on that field, bro. I don't want to see him.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. So Dave confirmed. He said, "Nah, his drops." Okay. Woo, bro. You gave me a little high blood pressure there, brother. But yeah, you're right, man. He gotta catch the ball better too, man.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
Yeah. Well, listen, that's gonna wrap up the show tonight, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in.
It was a good therapy session.
It was a good therapy session after the
weekend therapy.
I needed it. I needed to let that loose.
Hey, we needed that, man. We got to do what we got to do, man. Listen, it's all Giants family. No matter what side of the track you stand on, we all want the same things. And that's for our New York Giants to be a good team and win games and be better. This was a therapy session, Dave. Hopefully we don't get too many of these in the near future. But, hey, it is what it is. Giants take the L today. They lose today 21-6 in Washington. Not a good start for the season for this team, but it is what it is. We have to move on, and hopefully next week there's a better product. because
there is.
we can't let the season get out of hand. We're already down one division game. Now we gotta get one tomorrow next week. Next Sunday is the next game. Will be at Dallas next week, and we got to take care of business, man.
Another 1 o'clock. Yep.
1 o'clock
That's
game.
rare that a game against Dallas it starts at 1.
It usually starts at like 4:30. They leave it to the prime time.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's either prime time or 4 o'clock, but that's rare. And that shows us that,
definitely. So
they don't want to see us lose against Dallas.
Yeah. It is kind of strange that it's a 1 o'clock game, especially being out there. But it's a 1 o'clock game next week. It's going to be their home opener. They're going to be juiced up. They had a good showing against the Eagles. Probably should have won that game if it wasn't for the lightning delay and all that. But,
exactly. And the fumble, too.
Yeah. So, they're going to want to go out there and
show out.
Get this season on track. So, not going to be an easy game for the Giants. They got to play a hell of a lot better than they did today, especially offensively.
Next Sunday, must win.
Yes. They need to win this game. They can't start 0-2, man. They start off 0-2. It's gonna be a tough couple of weeks of heat from the media and the fan base. So
exactly.
Hey, it's one game, y'all. Let's see what happens going forward. It's not a good look today, but it wasn't like they got blown. The doors were blown off. It just was PTSD because it was more of the same on offense that we saw last year. So hopefully,
and the year before that,
as well.
And the year before that.
So let's see if the adjustments will be made by this coaching staff. Shane Bowen, I'm watching you, bro. I need to see you attack next week. I don't want to see this zone bullshit. I don't want to see it, man. Attack the quarterback next week. Kafka, I want to see better from you play calling, man. Go challenge those DBs downfield, man. Go make some plays. Offensive line, get your shit together, bro.
Together. Facts.
Get it together. Enough is enough of this BS, man. Be a man up and hit somebody, y'all. And run defense. Go tackle the ball carrier before he gets to the 10-yard line. Can you do that? Just saying. But that's going to wrap up today's show. Appreciate for everybody in the chat tapping in with us. Appreciate my guy, Jose, for coming on the show. And as always, I always appreciate Danny checking in with the good vibes all the time.
Danny got to come through to a tailgate, bro. 3:30 tailgate, J17.
Danny be out there. He be out there.
I'll be out there.
Yeah, he be out
18,
there.
But I was thinking about your tailgate for sure.
SOGs and all that. He be out there. Danny, you definitely got to stop by because we neighbors. We gonna be right there, brother.
Absolutely. I was swinging by for sure. I'll bring my bottle over. I'll bring my bottle of tequila for sure. I'll bring my.
Oh yes. Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hopefully, when we see you, it'll be a better time to
hours
talk.
Earlier, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, when we do link, it'll be better stuff to talk about at that time on a positive note.
Sure.
But hey, that's gonna wrap it up tonight. Salute to Giant Nation. I just asked one thing, if you haven't already done so. Hit that subscribe button to Born for Sports because, folks, I talk all sports. As you can see, big-time New York Giant fan. Yeah, this is the type of time I'm on, y'all. Giants versus everybody, baby. Still got a lot of season left to go. Hey, not a good look today, but hopefully it'll get better going forward. I talk New York Knicks basketball. Hey, training camp's coming soon, y'all.
Shout out to Melo.
Making the Hall of Fame. Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony.
Salute to the great Carmelo Anthony for making the Basketball Hall of Fame and as a New York Knick, right where it need to be. Salute to Carmelo out there, Anthony, for being and doing that. And salute to Knick Nation. Keep it locked, man. We're going to have some content real soon on that. I talk New York Mets baseball. Hey, Mets are in a wild card hunt. I'm not sure who won today. Our rookie pitchers actually have more stones than our veterans. So
exactly. And they're trying, and it seems like they're trying to piss away a fucking playoff spot.
Well, listen, they better get it together because it's getting late. So it's not going to be easy. I still think they'll hold off the competition, the competitors, and get it done. But it better start because this offense is clicking. We need our starting pitching to join the party. So, yes, I talk New York Mets baseball. I talk about the Yankees. I talk about the Jets, the Nets. I talk about whatever you want to talk about in the world of sports, especially New York sports. Shout out to Giant Nation. Like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Let's go, Giants.